The Humboldt Bay Trail, a planned 13-mile-long rail with trails spanning between Arcata and Eureka along the waterfront, is part of the Greater California Coastal Trail. The Bay Trail passes through salt marsh and freshwater habitats abundant with plant and animal life. As the trail leaves Arcata southbound, it passes through the Arcata Marsh and Wildlife Sanctuary. Once the site of a plywood mill, agricultural land, and a landfill, its 307 acres now host a series of restored, reconstructed wetlands and a network of trails. As part of Arcata's groundbreaking wastewater management system, treated water passes through a series of freshwater and brackish ponds that attract a diversity of wildlife. During the summer, marsh wrens call enthusiastically from the tops of cattails and weave their nests from fallen reeds. Mallard mothers watch over their ducklings as they feast on duckweed. Newly fledged harriers arrive to hone their hunting skills. River otter mothers teach their pups to fish in the serene waters of the brackish pools. As fall arrives, migratory waterfowl, shorebirds, and songbirds arrive by the thousands. Arcata Marsh serves as an important stopover site along the Pacific Flyway, with over 300 bird species recorded by observers. When winter storms batter the reed beds and turn grasslands along the trail into seasonal wetlands, visitors to the marsh and surrounded areas can sometimes catch a glimpse of its more timid residents. The trail passes over some of Humboldt Bay's tidal sloughs, brackish habitats where freshwater creeks meet saltwater tides. The shores of the sloughs sustain indigenous or native salt grasses and clusters of the rare Humboldt Bay owl's clover, a plant only found along Humboldt Bay. Schools of smelt and sardines travel up and down the sloughs with the tides, attracting some of the bay's predators. Shore crabs and sculpins feed at the bottom of the sloughs, furnishing meals for hungry otters and herons. As the trail passes Bayside and Indianola, it offers sweeping vistas of Humboldt Bay. The expansive intertidal mudflats here are a feeding ground for several shorebird species that winter on the bay. When the rising tide forces the shorebirds off of the bay, many of them gather at the mouths of freshwater creeks. To a peregrine falcon, this looks like an all-you-can-eat buffet. As a defense mechanism, the shorebirds flock in large murmurations, grouping themselves by size. The larger willets and marbled godwits zig and zag together, while the sandpipers and dunlins twist to and fro, alternately flashing their pale bellies and their brown backs in pulsing waves above the water. The falcon can rarely catch a meal unless it is able to separate a bird from the flock. Humboldt Bay and associated waterways is sacred homeland to the native Wiyot tribe. Prior to European settlement, the bay was ringed by Wiyot villages, connected by canoe routes and foot trails along Old Arcata Road. Wetlands were continuous, old-growth forests encircled the bay, and open prairies provided daily sustenance. Wiyot people continue to revitalize many traditions today. Enjoy walking, cycling, jogging, and exploring the Humboldt Bay Trail.